Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to another episode of Cigars with Lucky. This is the fourth episode and also our Black Love edition in celebration of Valentine's Day. I am in Washington, D.C. Again at 1865 Steak, Seafood, and Cigars. I am here with two of my favorite couples who are the epitome of Black love, and they also just so happen to be brothers and sisters of the Leaf. Ray and Shay Farmer to my right.
Hello, everyone.
And Shelly and GRod to my left. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Thank y'all for being here. Really appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having us.
So Ray and Shay are the owners of All Black Everything 24/7 out of Southern Maryland. And Glen and Shelly Hardy are the owners of GRod, Jerk Ribs and Barbecue. Okay, so they are caterers. So we're going to get into the nitty gritty, chat a little bit about Black love and how they make their business work. And a couple, but they're married. You know, they like it.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
So, Shelly, how did y'all meet? How did you meet?
Well, this might be before a lot of people's times where they were born, but we met at RSVP in Southwest, which is no longer there. I think it's now the Safeway or something. But hang out in the streets, hang out in the club at the RSVP. Back in 91, 89, I think it was 89. We've been together since.
I love it. So y'all were celebrating what, 30, 25?
So it'll be 30 years, April 24.
Ooh,
I don't ever signed up for none of this, but here we are. We got married in 1993. Okay, April 24th, 1993.
beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Shay.
So you were my version or you were Ray's version?
Oh,
So
first.
it's really strange because we have traveled in the same circles and never met. So he, of course, had All Black Everything, and he had a hat online, and I ordered the hat, and I never picked it up. And this was like in August, and I, for whatever reason, just kept not calling or meeting up to get the hat. So this took a time I was coming from my parents' house, and I saw that he was at Mojo Cigars in Annapolis, and that's 5 minutes from my house. So I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, I'm on my way home. Do you have the hat?" And he said, "Sure." So we walk in. I get there, and he comes out. So I'm here, gets the hat, and then I walk in Mojo's, and I happen to know a couple guys in there. One was John Coburn and our friend John Edwards, and they were like, "Shay." And he's like, "You know them?" And I was like, "Sure." And if you know John Coburn, he's like, "Come smoke." So we smoked, and then
Shout out to John.
yes, hey John, both Johns. And so we came in. I came in, we smoked, and then on the way out, John Coburn was like, "Shake my hug. It's always nice seeing you again." So somebody was like, "Well, can I get a hug too?" And then I said, "Sure." And so we hugged or whatever, and I'm not lying. And by the time I got to maybe 3 miles down the road, my phone cut. He was like, "Can I see you again?" And it was ironic because I was saying to myself, I was like, "I'm going to find John Edwards and John Coburn." And I said, he beat me to it. Here we are.
That is so sweet.
So yeah, so John and John had something to do with us. Okay, his version is going to be the main version. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was going to tell that swipe list. I just that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Just like she said. Over here. Over here. I couldn't get rid of it.
I got my hand up. I don't even wear it anymore. It just hangs up because it means so much to me.
Yeah, that's a keepsake.
Very nice.
So you two were smokers when y'all met.
Yes.
Yes.
Were you guys smokers when y'all met?
I was
I was a partier. So.
yeah, she was a smoker. But how she became a smoker, because I used to get cigar wrappers 24/7, 7 days a week. from morning to night. So she like, why y'all at the cigar now? What's going on up there? Who you seeing? You seeing somebody? I'm like, no, I'm just chilling with the fellas. You know, we smoke, have conversation and stuff like that, right? So I said, if you're curious, come on up there. You know, so eventually, years later, she came with that just to see what's going on. And I said, you know, see, ain't nothing going on. And then, you know, different females used to let me know, GRod, oh, not GRod, he straight shoots. GRod don't do no wrong. I'm just keeping it real. I sit in my corner, mind my business, stay in my lane. Smoke my cigars, have my drink, or whatever. Yeah. So I guess she was a believer. So, but now let's go back to how we met.
Yes. Your version.
GRod's first.
Okay.
So, you know, I used to meet a friend of mine, Wayne Holmes. That was a close friend of mine. He's been deceased for us. Me and him used to look up at happy hour at the RSVP. So one day when I met him down there, he brought me the zombie. You ever had the zombie? Man, so he said, yeah, try this. So I drank the zombie. All right. I said, we'll get another one. So I, got another drink. Zombie man just took full control. Fried. I was fried. So, we went there, jamming to the music. All of a sudden, I seen Shorty no good on the I said, oh, okay. So I said, when you talk to, hey, how you doing? What's up? We got
That's all.
yeah, I was on her line. We got to talking and stuff, and so I took outside to the car. I said, we talked on more, we exchanged numbers, and that's how we hooked up. And then
Drama.
and then I'm gonna leave that one out.
Well, so like I said, this episode is a celebration of Black love. What does Black love mean to you?
Black love means to me is, being a good husband, providing for your family, your kids, bring your kids up right, and just try to be an example. You know what I'm saying? Because society look at us as they look at us something different.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that, but let me get your version of what you think, or what you feel Black love means to you.
I think the same as he. But in addition to that, I think that when you talk about being in marriage, I look at marriages, you have to look at almost like air, you don't have an option. I think when people go into a relationship and they feel like they have options, they're going to try hard to keep what they have together. But if you think that where you are and who you're with and your children and your family means something to you, you do everything you can to keep it together. Options make it difficult.
So my version of Black love is based around or centered around representation of what we had as couples. As I'm divorced now. I was married for 10 years, and just representation and us having to be able to show our kids that Black love can be healthy, it can be beautiful, it can be kind, it can be patient. It's not always hostile and broken. Like media and the world makes it seem. Black fathers are, out of all of the races, they are the number one race that spend the most time with their kids. So that's those things like that are important to me. That's what Black love is, just being able to show it and showcase it in a positive light. So I love black love. I love seeing love. I love seeing the couples together. I love, so that's another reason why we're here today. Why I kind of handpicked my favorite because I always see y'all together, and I'm like, I know what goes on in the lounge.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So
yes.
so when you know what you got, you know what you got.
Exactly.
And I just love y'all. I always see y'all together, and it's always in a positive light. And so that's my take on it. But just representation for me is black love because we don't have a lot of positive representation of what black love and black couples, black parents look like. So what's your version of black love? What does that mean to you?
So I found my love late in life. So it was always a dream. And when I say dream, not a fantasy or anything like that, but my parents are still together and they are happily, sickly, madly wealthy. And so I had and they are what our friends and family hold to a very high standard. They don't realize it. So friends of our friends come and ask them questions, how do you do it? And they are very honest. They was like, love, honor, and trust. You have to have each other's backs. And so when I always growing up thought of what I wanted in a man, I had my dad. And then how I should be as a woman, I had my mother. And so, you dated or whatever, and I felt that each time I dated somebody, it was a lesson that prepared me for him. And so, I know how to...
Trump is king.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Because he knows how to treat the queen.
Let me just say one thing. It's never too late. It's never too late.
I'm gonna be real honest because this is the open forum. I said if I didn't find him by the time I was 50, I was going to enjoy my life as a successful black woman. And it was no longer going to be a priority or a society thing that I had to find somebody. Because at the same time, I did have phenomenal single black women in my life. So I had both sides. So when he did walk into my life, I was like, oh, I'm prepared. And then when I had questions, I had my parents, even though, they got married in the 60s, so their view was kind of skewed on how you should do, But at the same time, I can ask those hard questions about how am I supposed to, especially my dad. Then how am I supposed to? Because to me, he is like my father, in his manner and the things that he does. So I can ask my dad, okay, then how do I navigate this? And he'll give me a non-biased answer. And so I have learned to love him, my king. And when he goes to the cigar bars, I don't have those issues. And I think one is because I trust him wholeheartedly, and two, everybody knows who I am. So I don't think it would get back to me too fast if something happened, because there are people out there who just want to see me fail. So I don't worry about that, but there's a respect level that people have for your marriage and people have for our marriage. So I'm okay. And I'm happy. Yeah. I don't have them getting to be like, no.
And it's incumbent upon how they carry themselves without you.
Exactly.
So when I asked the question, who you said earlier, I just want to get an answer. Then you come around, you get the same answer, so you're good.
Yep.
So you may see him without me, you see me without him. Ain't nothing happening.
And I think it's a usual thing when people speak to us first.
Yes. Exactly.
Or let me find your wife so I can say, that's how you know. Your man has the utmost respect.
Exactly.
And you don't have to worry.
Exactly.
That's me. I'm always like, hey, where's your wife?
We were riding down the road one time and I had the window down. It was summertime and this lady was like, hey, Gigi, Miss Ball Black, everything. And I was like, hey, girl, hey. And we thought, I was like, who was that? But you have that respect because people see you respecting each other in your marriage when you're out.
Yes.
And so they're going to respect it as well.
Yes. Together and apart. So that's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Queen.
Okay, right. What we got?
Well, black love, first and foremost, you gotta have God in your life. That's my foundation.
That's no way.
Without God looking down and bless you with this joy and showing you every day there's going to be cloudy days, there's going to be rainy days. It's how you work through those days. And communication, you know, I'm a poor communicator. Then this one right here, I learned to communicate. I'll just stop talking. It'll be over. I said, no, it's not going to.
Right.
We're going to talk this out. And I can also say, before I met Shay, I was married. Got divorced before, and I was divorced 9 years. I'm not thinking more. I'm ready to run games like Joe. I'm about to get my thing out. I've been locked down. And then I'm not there. I'm gonna have fun, but do me. Because I've been locked down.
Right.
And then, you know, I met this beautiful woman right here to my left. And our first date actually was at a cigar lounge, and I had my wingman with me. So then you go right, we already had a plan. Look, right, you just cold word, we out here. We out here. So I had my wingman with me, but it worked out well. And black love is patience. You gotta have patience. You gotta communicate. And you have to be honest. And you really have to. I don't call it pillow talk. You got to be able to communicate about things that you share with nobody else but your significant other. And through the blessings of God, I can honestly say, since this woman came into my life, and me being a strong foundation of God, business has really taken off. The business has really taken off, and God has a plan for everyone. And my plan was to meet this woman. I mean, that's plain and simple. My plan was to it's real. It's just organic. It's real. And when I'm out there lounge, I see my man GRod. GRod, hey, what's up, Ray? Where your wife at? She over there, GRod. Let's rock it, man. You over there, hook. Shay, I said, you hug your cousin. I got to say, it's real. And I see GRod just like, business doing good, always speaking to guys. And when you see that, and I'm gonna be honest, I see that foundation. This is what I feel on. 30 years, that's what I want. I look at what they do. I study my craft from the business to merge to God. I study what I do because you learn by watching other people in life make mistakes and you try not to make them. And a lot of my friends come to me for advice. I go right to Shay for advice. I say, Pop, what about this? He said, man, that's your wife. You right. You tell me sit it down, because she sit it down. And that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
And then daddy hurt you like, no,
That ain't my place. Now we go up and you be like, you know what you need to. Okay, then.
Piggyback on black love. Black love. Society makes it seem like black love is not real because and I hate to just go back in the 80s because they took a lot of black fathers out of the household to incarceration, and that's why we had the crime we had. That's why we had the kids doing what they do in school because the cribs took out of school and father figures was took out of homes, and that's what the younger generation didn't see black love. They saw people running it out your household, mama, boyfriend, uncle, da. So we as black men. And I check myself in the mirror. I'm gonna charge myself to the game. I'm gonna make a difference in somebody's life as these young people because they have to see that foundation. Yeah. Especially with my kids there. For Shay's son, that's my man. My stepson, my man, he came to me, he said, Ray, you know what I like about you? Watching you, the way you treat my mother, you taught me how to treat my girl. And that was big. That was big. He said, I see the way you treat my mother. You taught me how to treat my girl. I said, man, you gotta be real. You're gonna have hard conversations that make you uncomfortable and make everybody uncomfortable around you, but you gotta have
If that's your plan.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. And you gotta have God.
Yeah.
You gotta have God. In every plan you do, you gotta have God. You have to have God. That's your foundation.
That's right.
And that's black love.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our couples after this short message from our sponsors. This episode of Cigars with Lucky is sponsored by the Leaf Suite Premium Cigars. Go to theleafsuite.com to check out their selection of Dominican blends and book a ride on the Leaf Suite Mobile Lounge. Sponsored by Sensual Scents by Paris. These sustainable handcrafted cocoa soy candles and soy wax melts create a sexy, serene, and peaceful ambiance, perfect for any occasion. They're now offering fall scents like pumpkin and apple spice. Sensual Scents by Paris brings you products that are better for the environment and pleasurable to the senses. Sensual Scents by Paris. Check them out online at sensualscentsbyparis.com and of course on social media at Sensual Scents by Paris. Ladies First Cigar Lounge is located in Clinton, Maryland, PG County's sexiest women-owned cigar smoking lounge. Shop multiple Black-owned brands like the Leaf Sweet Premium Cigars, and be sure to tell them Lucky sent you. Welcome back to the Black Love edition of Cigars with Lucky. I am here with the owners of All Black Everything, the lovely Shay and Ray Farmer, and the owners of GRod, Jerk Ribs and Barbecue, Shelly and Glen Hardy. So tell me about how, as we are brothers and sisters at the league, how has the cigar industry been supported to what you guys, your mission with the business?
The cigar lounges, different ones have been very supportive. Very supportive. Like Doc, 210 Privilege, he's always been supportive. Tinder Fox, a couple times they have been supportive. Who else?
The organization that we belong to, GTG,
Oh, yeah,
Good Time Gang.
Shout out GTG.
Good Time Gang.
We always
support us all the time.
Yeah, they
I
always
mean,
support.
Almost every event they have, they ask us to come out, either cater or be a part of. So we just try to facilitate that in return, or just be there. Just be there.
And we're going bowling later.
Yeah, we're going to vote.
If you know, you know.
We'll be there.
Wait.
I'm not a bowler, but I'll be there.
Shay, Ray, how has the industry shown support?
So the industry that shows a lot of support from the beginning of time. Like I said, the first event I really had was at the first event I had was down at Tinderbox, and Rod's first took over Tinderbox, the first event. So he's been real supportive. Doc has been real supportive. You guys at Mojo's, October. So they really backed the brand. So shout out to those guys, Black Owners, and Rod's doing one of the job. I mean, they're real supportive of what we do.
Exactly.
I can say, and the cigar brothers and sisters of the league, good Lord, if it wasn't for you guys, man, I mean, if you go on pages after pages, or if you go to a cigar event anywhere in the country, you want to see somebody with our brand on. And when that happens, then our phones ring and we have to figure out who it is. Oh, I saw this because so-and-so had this on. John, everywhere he goes, somebody's like, oh, I saw Big John. So that means you do big and tall, And it without the brothers and sisters of the league, I don't know where we truly would be. The lounges are good, but it's the hand to hand, mouth to word of mouth that really supports your business, and it's everything to have amazing customer service.
Exactly.
Because just as much as it builds you up, it can tear you down. So I want to thank all of them, and then Black Smoke. You won the award in 2019 for designer of the year. Yeah. So we really and truly we would be nothing without the family of stuff. So I was.
So how do y'all celebrate each other?
Give me my pure ones. Let me have my piece.
Okay, that's your guilty pleasure.
I buy some tennis shoes.
Jordan, she good.
And when I say peace, when I come home from work, I don't want to talk right away.
Yeah.
I want to drink. I want to relax, decompress. Then we start out there. You walk to this door without giving me a kiss. Let me give myself the other first.
So piggyback on that, when we're gone all day long, no matter how stressful our days can be, I feel that if we connect that way, something that bothered us will melt. And it will not roll over into the household. And that's what I try to do understand. It's not that I'm nag. I mean, I don't use the word nag, but hey, you forgot your. That's to me, our love connections. When you walk in, because normally I might be on the couch still working. Kiss me on my forehead, because whatever I was stressing about will melt, and so will you. And then you can go in the bathroom and take it, whatever you have to do, and then come back and whatever you were doing, you've washed away. So to me, that's the connection to greet each other some kind of way physically, because it'll wash that tension because you're in your safe zone.
You're safe.
Yes. So that's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe y'all celebrate each other.
I don't know.
Let me go
It's
down.
a difficult question.
Yeah, so, yeah, they have,
I mean, but, sometimes it's like you don't even realize you're celebrating each other.
Right.
A little thing.
Right.
It don't have to be like super extravagant.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just like she said,
Like she
having
said,
this
yeah.
peaceful coming in the house, know you had a long day. It's something, give you that time.
I like to go downstairs to the and watch sports. Just release, just fall asleep, wake up when I want to wake up.
It'd be 3 o'clock in the morning. So
3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And I just like, be to myself and just relax.
And we talk about celebrate one another. I think, I don't know, after 30 years, you do not necessarily routine things, but you do things that you don't think about. So come on, let's go to dinner. We're going to get dressed and go to dinner, such. And that's just something that you do.
You'll be
But it's not necessarily a celebration. You just hanging out.
Well, you might
know what I mean?
realize it's a celebration.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
healthy part of celebrating your
Yeah,
marriage.
yeah.
It's such a subtle.
Exactly.
In that moment when you're, when you're making that decision, let's go out, grab some drinks, or let's have a stick, let's go.
Right.
You're not thinking that that's, you know what I mean? But it's how
You take time out.
you take
to do
time
it with one another.
spend time
Yes.
together.
Yes.
And that's beautiful.
We have done that. We wake up like, 3 or 4 in the morning. Let's go get some breakfast.
We'll go to dinner.
Get out
We'll go
there,
in the
4
morning.
o'clock, we want to go get breakfast.
We'll
Let's
get,
go back home.
in the summertime, we'll get in the car, like, hey, let's get up and go to Rehoboth Beach, because it's only an hour and some change.
Uh-huh.
Pack up the car, I'm gone.
There you go.
And we just
Stay in the
we spend
moment.
the day.
We're in the moment. We've done.
Yeah.
A little impromptu to save my life.
Yeah.
You got to break up in the morning sometimes.
Yeah, because it's seem like everything's routine all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing. Sometimes it's good to do different things.
Outside the box.
Outside the box. Baby.
So how do y'all separate business from
That's I had a union rep.
I'm gonna let you get out of here. Man, I can't wait for this.
Let me let you go.
That was the lady. That was the lady.
Union rep.
How do y'all separate business from love, from marriage, from household?
So for me, you never kind of really separate it. I mean, you do have to put it in its compartment, but you're always aware of the other, right? So even though you're together, somebody get a phone call and say, hey, can you do such? I'm like, okay. You got to put it in your mind, even if you don't address it right then and there, it's on your mind. So we could be at dinner, like we're here now. And actually somebody texted me about some other stuff while we were on our way here. So I have it in my mind I have to do, but I'm here doing this. So that's what I mean by it almost not separated. And then you can't press the other so much. You got to know the other's limit. You know what I mean? You got to know your other's limit. So with that said, you have to say, oh, like last year, we had a full summer, just a full summer. And then we did Thanksgiving stuff for people, catered dinners and all of that. People say, you don't do something for Christmas? No, we're not. I know he's tired. I know I'm tired. Yeah, he said, I think we're doing it. Yeah. So the answer is no.
Yes.
Do you want to make the money? Yes. But you got okay, this is downtime.
Yeah, sometimes you need your sacrifice, especially when you have a busy season.
Yeah.
Going,
Exactly. So we look at it that way, we separate it. Okay, we're not doing that. No, from Thanksgiving on, we ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
If somebody say, fix me a bowl of beans, I can't even do that. I can't even do that, so that's how we do it.
For us, the same thing. Like the first year we started dating, it was good. I was new to it, Oh, this is how it works. This is how it works. And then the pandemic happened, and people weren't going to work, but they still wanted the sweatshirts and all of this stuff. And so it got really, really busy. And I could see it in his face that he was doing too much. And so it for us, being a small business that we are, we meet people. Okay, I'll meet you here. I'll meet you here. And I saw it taking toll on him. So it was the end of the summer, and we were planning to go somewhere. And I said, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do. I don't care how you put it up. we're taking all black everything will be closed for 1 week. We're going on vacation, but I gotta take it. I said, mm-mm. I said, if your customers are true to us, they know there has to be a break in service at some point.
And
They'll still order, but those orders will not be fulfilled. And then I saw Christmas, and I said, we have family stuff to do. The week of Christmas, that's this weekend. Yeah, school. Shut it down. We are off for the holiday because with us being small the way we are, if we get overwhelmed, we get behind, and we can't afford to get behind.
Right.
And so take a break, rejuvenate, and we come out strong every year in January, which is what we do. And it was hard for him. It was really hard. I can't. This is what you want to do. I said, because the one thing you don't want to do is your stress, what we're doing to affect home. Yes. And so I don't know if y'all feel the same way.
Yeah,
You
Right.
Yes, you can. And so he realized after he take that week, oh, I feel good. Let's go. And then I had to come a union rep because then he's like, let's go.
So down the way.
Let's go. Right. We do separate, and if I feel that it's doing too much, or even him, he's like, okay, let's just slow down. So you learn it.
Yeah.
You learn what was his strong point, what's my strong point. You just. That's about love. That's about marriage. That's about owning a business together.
And being able to compromise.
Compromise.
Yeah,
I think that's in marriage and business. That's the biggest thing. Compromise. Absolutely. Got to learn to compromise. Got to.
And everything, just because you agree with the other person doesn't mean you lost.
Yes.
Everything you don't have to capitalize on.
Yes.
Some things ain't even important.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, do I care if the rain, if the window's up or down? No, they're going. I don't care.
All right, Brad.
Well, besides my wife and my kids, and my dear friends, it's close. My business, I was everything. I mean, I've been a grinder since I was 13. I've been grinding, and I always thought if I'm gonna do it, somebody will outwork me. I refuse to let anybody outwork me. That's just in my DNA. No one's gonna outwork me. And to get off this subject, what really blessed my heart, I watched you guys on Facebook, and when you brought that trailer. Oh, I cried. I said, baby, look, this is what it's about here. This is teamwork. Because it was so genuine and so organic. It was a power move that Black couples need to see. And that was when I saw that, I said, man, this is what it's about. And I'm almost about to tear up because it meant so much to me. I had nothing to do with it, but I was happy for you guys. I said, this is what love is about.
And see, for me, I just be doing whatever.
Not even realize.
Yeah.
And now back to Shay. Shay done been fired at least 10 times.
Don't feel bad.
I got fired 10 times. So my buddy John, he's my union rep. I said, John, I need to get these papers on this one. She's fired. What she do?
Again.
She's fired. So he's my union rep, and then I'm into making the clothes. I'm doing this shit coming out there. I was being a buckle. No, I just look right down. So what she would do when I go to work, she'd create her own design. And I come home, she's like, oh, that look good. I didn't want to work when you got here, so you won't be pressing me out.
Do it this way.
Right.
I mean, I hate to say I was micromanaged. I had to learn how to relax and let her flow.
Right.
And let her flow in.
She sees your vision. She's taking it right.
Exactly. Which is teamwork, make the dream work.
That's right.
And you can love and have a business type. It's just very beautiful.
Yeah. So what? I know you guys have an event coming up. Can you talk to me about it? So like everything event that y'all are coming up with February
20th, President Day on Monday. We're gonna make this an annual event starting this year. We're gonna do a fedora, sneakers, and cigars. Cigars 210. Shout out to my guy Doc. He letting us do it then this year. And it's gonna be great. It's from 1 to 6. We have a day party. We have a DJ Chuck be there. So you guys are free. Everybody come out. We're going to fellowship and we're going to network. And we are going to network.
I need to live down with a nice bridge.
Like right there.
And I know y'all are getting ready, y'all are prepping for food truck season.
Yes, yes. So we have food truck, GRod jerk ribs and barbecue.
They also cater though.
Yes, okay, yeah, big time. But our big thing that we do is with the food truck. And that season kind of starts between April and like October, November. But, you know, like Glen actually delivered food this morning before we got here. So we do things and aside from the food truck. So we lined our calendar up for summer. It just kicks off like the 1st of April. And it's crazy thereafter.
Awesome. And so we will look for that. So how can people find you?
You can definitely find us on FaceTime, GRod Jerk Ribs and Barbecue, or you can find us on Instagram with GRod Ribs. And someone, if you leave a message, you give us a phone call, we'll definitely get back to you.
And what's your handle? How do we find y'all on social media?
Okay, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Instagram is All Black Everything 365-247. Once again, All Black Everything 365-247 is the Instagram. Also on Facebook as well. It's All Black Everything 247. Just reach out, show us some love, and we'll show you love back.
Exactly. Do you have a message before we close? Do you have a message for couples that say, you know, they're looking at y'all and they're like, oh, they run their business, they make it look so easy.
But the message I
Say
had,
to them.
the message I had is it's hard work, trust, faith, and patience. And it's not easy. You got to put the work in.
Yes. Agreed. Do you have
Same thing. Trust. Believe in each other. Like Ray said, patience. And, you know, just count on one another. You know, gotta be there for one another. Support, yes.
And take care of one another. Because even though you have a business, you have a family, you gotta be sure to take care of one another. You can't do everything else if you don't do that part.
No, I have one more thing. Never ever go to bed angry. If you can help it, try not to go to bed angry. We do that. We have our quick arguments, and then we find each other in the bed some kind of way to let each other know that hey, we're still here and we still love each other. So that's the thing that I would say.
Thank y'all so much for being here. I love y'all.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity.
This was such a good talk. Black Love Day is February 13th. It was founded in 2008. So I encourage you to celebrate with your loved ones. It doesn't have to be a spouse or significant other. It could be your kids, your mama, your brothers, just wherever you feel comfortable, wherever, you know, what makes you feel, you know, just love. You celebrate in that way. So thank you again for being here. To my couples, shout out to 1865 for allowing us to be here. Make sure you like, share. Please subscribe to our YouTube page if you enjoyed our Black Love edition. We have so much more coming up, so stay tuned. Until next time, raise your glass and don't tap that ash. And join us for the next episode of Cigars with Lucky.